This is Into the Fire.
I'd like to welcome to Into the Fire the ready-made AFL player, the smart, the strong backman from Western Australia, Denver, Grainger Barras. Nice to meet you, Denver.
How you going, LJ? Lovely to meet you too, mate.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I've read up a lot about you lately and seen lots of really cool videos, but I haven't really read much on you as a young guy. What was the young Denver like? Did you ever consider basketball?
Yeah, it's a common question. Did I ever commit to basketball or attempt when I was a young kid? I didn't really. Cricket and football were more my sports up at Kalamunda when I lived up in the hills. Playing cricket for Kalamunda during the off season of football, and then playing football for Kalamunda during the off season of cricket it filled up my time. So it's definitely no time for basketball. So I guess I was just a younger version of myself, just upbeat and energetic and always up and about. So I didn't really sit down for long. I was either playing cricket or football. So yeah, that was me as a young kid.
Yeah, they're good sports. You're 193 centimeters tall. I dream about being that tall. As you can see, I need to keep dreaming. Have you always played down back? And how would you go matched up on your mate Logan McDonald?
Yeah, I have. I've played back definitely a lot more in my senior years. A considerable amount at Swan District. Probably when I came back from the state 16s, and even before that, I was sort of cemented as a key position back, and that sort of was the way. It still is the way. The taller you are, the more of a key position role you play on the tours of the opposition. So I definitely found myself being down back for quite a while, and being 195 centimeters, I tend to match up on the taller opposition players. And a couple of weeks ago, actually, that was against Logan when we versed Perth. I was given the job at half time to play on Logan McDonald because he was having a severe impact as he kicked 3 goals in the first half. So I was given the opportunity and given the team role, and that was to play on Logan. And I feel like I did the job for the team well, and I kept him under wraps, and he didn't kick another goal for the day. So I was happy with my effort.
Yeah, that's a big job, and you did it well.
Thank you.
That's okay. I noticed in one of your posts you complained about not putting on weight. I know how that feels. Dad says we should be happy about it, as it's an area, let's just say he struggles a little. Is bulking up an area you really want to work on in that next level?
Yeah, for sure. I think in order to be able to play on different types of forwards, I have to put on some kilos and allow myself some more body weight to have some more strength behind. I think if you look at today's game, some of the most influential and key forwards are really, really strong. You got Charlie Dixon, Tom Hawke, really strong competitors. And I feel like at my weight class, I would struggle deeply to play on them. But they're the type of roles that I want to play. I want to play on the most dangerous opposition forward. So I definitely want to start to put on the weight for sure, but I want to do it progressively. I think a big mistake would be to put on 15 kilos and lose some of my other attributes such as my agility and ability to run and jump. And I feel like that would be an injustice to get rid of that side of my game just because I'm trying to put on a bit of weight. So I think there's definitely a certain amount over a certain amount of time that I want to put on for sure.
Yeah, you definitely get there. Just remember, Dylan Grimes is an elite defender. And sorry, Dylan, but he's not overly bulked up.
Yes, very true. Dylan Grimes plays with strength, it's like I try to do. And when I do get matched up against the stronger players, it's exactly the type of way I like to play, which is just run off and fly and not get too caught up in the contact of it.
Yeah. I want to go back to the under-18 champs. You were a bottom age and was given the challenge of playing on one of my favourite draftees from last year, Cody Waite. They say you kept him under control and you were best on ground. That must have been an awesome game for you.
Yeah, it was. It was a very, 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 very good game for WA and myself. I'm really blessed and I was I'm extremely grateful that I got to play a good game whilst being given a team role. I think it's very, very it's hard to do is to play a strict role, which is to play and to shut down Cody Waitman, and then also to have the ability to play my own game, which was coming off and intercepting. So I was definitely blessed to be able to showcase my talent in that regard on that day. Yeah, I remember getting given the job from Peter Sumich in the airport to play on Cody Waitman, and I remember watching his clips and read some stats, and he was the leading goal kicker for the Carnival, and he was definitely the most dangerous forward. Just super elite below his knees and extremely fast and nimble, which was a type of player I hadn't played on in a very long time. So I definitely saw it as a challenge, but I was lucky enough to play in that game for sure.
Yeah, definitely. He's a good player.
And a great player.
Yeah, definitely. You described as a super tough and fearless. Can you tell me the story about your dislocated shoulder that you continue to play on from, and how's the shoulder now?
Yeah, it's a while ago now. It's actually coming up on almost a year since I had my surgery. It was the fourth last round of last year, the 2019 season. So it was the game of waffle football after the last state at ends game. And I just remember just trying to prepare myself as normal as I would any other game. And it was late in the third quarter, and I spoiled the ball and followed it on to lay a tackle. And ended up getting my arm caught in the tackle and ripping it out of its socket, sadly. But I got him holding the ball, which, again, is all that matters because we got a kick out of it. I remember it vividly. I remember not being able to take the kick, and Tony Knott actually went for the barrel for about 70 out because the siren went and he completely shanked it. So I wish I had taken the kick. So I remember jumping off to the boundary line and eventually it popped itself back into its socket. And then I started to get movement back, and I was unsure of what was going on at the time. I thought maybe I just hit a nerve. I remember, just thinking I didn't want to wrap up my boots for the rest of the year and not play last quarter. And it was a really close game in the end. And so definitely wanted to be out there playing. So I just I stuck back out into the meetings and playing.
Yeah, it's good that it's good now.
Yeah, it is very good now. Sorry, it is. It's come really good. I smashed my rehab over the pre-season last year, and I played a full year this year without hurting it or feeling it at all. So I'm playing.
Yeah, that's great. Now, as a footballer, you're super and are in calculations for a top 6 pick. Do you think about the draft at all?
Yeah, I think I'd be lying if I say it didn't ponder on the back of everyone's mind, especially the players who've earned themselves a higher spot in the draft so far, as far as we know. So I think, it'd definitely be ignorant to say that I didn't think about it. During the season, my sole focus was to play my team role, and that was for Swan Districts. And in reality, I think it didn't really matter the end of the year result, as long as I was playing my team game and ensuring I was rocking up week to week and doing what I had to for Swan District. So, but definitely the end of the season's now finished. So we're all working towards. We've got the combine next week, so we're all working towards showcasing our ability to work when there's no one watching. So the draft's definitely on my mind now, but I'm definitely just focusing on what's in front of me. And at the moment, that's the combine, and then that'll be the running program after that.
Yeah, and you don't need to worry about the draft because you'll definitely make it.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah. How would a move interstate be seeing West Coast have picked 170 this year's draft?
Yeah, I think if I get given the opportunity to move interstate, it's something I'd really enjoy. I really, really do want to expand my horizons and travel and experience new things elsewhere. I think if that's in Adelaide, Sydney, Melbourne, I think I'd really enjoy that. It's something I wanted to do regardless of football, was to travel and experience something elsewhere. And I do like the idea of Melbourne and the big city. So if I do get given the opportunity to go to a Melbourne club, an Adelaide club, or a Sydney club, or anything, I'm going with both hands and definitely take it on for sure.
Yeah, well, hopefully you can come down here to Adelaide.
Fingers crossed, and we'll have a lot more of these catch-ups, won't we?
Yeah. Now, you're a man of many talents, aren't you? They say you're amazing on the guitar. Don't have it there, do you? I would love to hear a bit of Eric Clapton or Phil Collins.
I'll quickly have a look. It is close. I can see it. Never too far. She's never too far. I will. I'll play a little song your dad might know. by a special man. All right, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty
Yeah,
good.
Mum hates that song, so she hates when I play it. But it's a classic. It's one of my favourites. So I do enjoy playing it.
Were the girlfriend with that, did you?
Yeah, so tell why it's actually how I snuck her in, and I lured her to like me somehow. And I've never picked it up since, but she's still with me somehow. I might have to bring it out the anniversary.
Yeah, definitely. I heard you once worked at Macca's. What's your go-to? The Big Mac, maybe? The nuggets? You work at Macca's and you still are skinny. Yeah, you may struggle to put on weight, mate.
Yeah, my nutrition when I was working at Macca's was very, very poor. Um, yeah, I definitely don't try and hide the fact that I would go grab my go-to, which was the quarter pounder, and munch on it every break, or steal them with bite here or there. I thought that I was doing myself good by staying away from the soft drink, but the old burgers, they aren't very good for the health, so especially not pre-game nutrition. So I was good to get out of Macca's. I'm currently working at Bunnings, which is doesn't provide any food, but I tend to take my own food, which is a lot more healthier than getting enticed by the wonders of McDonald's. But my go-to burger was a quarter pounder for sure.
Yeah, they're pretty good. It also says you're fixing up a four-wheel drive. Is there anything you can't do? Do you speak 5 languages as well? Let me guess, French maybe?
French. Qu'est-ce que c'est? No. I'm a terrible French speaker. I did it in high school a little bit. I was dreadful. I could, speak the common phrase, ask you what your name is, but other than that, nothing too serious. And then, on my 4-wheel drive, I actually just spent too much money on it today, getting some lights and some awnings and stuff. And I recently fixed the clutch master cylinder. But no, it's something I like doing, which it's a bit of a challenge because it's an area that I've struggled to understand. So I think, the challenge of learning it and trying to do it all myself has become quite enticing. That's sort of what's driven me to sort of target that field for sure. But there's a lot of things I can't do, that's for sure.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. Okay, it's no secret I always loved the WA boys at the draft. Like last year with Trent Rivers, Luke Jackson, Jeremy Schott and Trey Rusco. All fantastic guys and killing it in the AFL. And you have your own little band this year, don't you? Well, I've got some questions for your WA group only. Don't hold back. They didn't.
All right, let's hear it.
I don't know if you have seen the other guys' interviews, mate, but they gave you a bit. Maybe they were just jealous of your wit and great sense of humour.
All right, I'm going to have to watch them and make sure I hold them to that.
Yeah. If you were to walk into a room and it was a pigsty, whose room would it be?
It is a good question. But I wish I had better experience. But I think messiest room would be Nathan O'Driscoll. He's a northern boy, and I have never seen his room. All I know is he's got terrible internet, and I saw his backyard once, and it was an absolute pigsty. So I think if anyone was to have a terrible room, it'd be Nathan O'Driscoll, full of footy jumpers and probably footballs and whatever else they do up in Northern. So, Nathan O'Driscoll for that one.
Yeah, that'd probably be mine too. You jump out of a plane skydiving. Who would jump first?
Who would jump first? That's another great question. I think out of everyone, it would be me. It'd generally be me. I think everyone else has got a little bit of softness to them. I feel like the risk-taking forte is sort of left to myself. So I think, I'd definitely be the first one to jump. And I reckon half the boys wouldn't even follow. I think it'd be me running out solo. But, I think I'd definitely be the first person to jump.
Yeah. Who do you think would forget their parachute?
Brandon Walker. He'd probably be too busy looking in the mirror. And he would forget to put his backpack on. He'd probably think that it didn't look stylish. So he'd have to throw he'd just forget the parachute. He'd be trying to look good.
Yeah. Who would be too scared to jump?
That's a really, really easy question to answer, and that's Zane True. I genuinely believe that if it was put to him, he wouldn't even come on the plane. He wouldn't even get up. I think it'd take a lot of convincing, and we'd have to convince his girlfriend to do it with him. Otherwise, he wouldn't jump at all. No. So I think if anyone was too scared to jump, it'd be Truey. And I think he'd probably do something like deliberately leaving his parachute at home so he didn't have to jump out. That's something True would do, Zane True.
Yeah, probably. Who would be the best housemate and why?
I personally think Logan McDonald would be the best housemate. We crack on quite well. He's very, very mature. I thought we have a lot of things in common, and I like the way he goes about his business, and I reckon he'd be quite clean, and I think that's something you really do look for in a housemate. So if I had to pick someone from this draft pool, I'd say Logan McDonald for sure.
Yeah, you don't want anyone messy.
No. Zane True or Nathan O'Driscoll, no thank you.
Yeah. Who would check themselves out the most in the mirror?
Yeah, I spoke about it earlier. I think you can't look past the Walker twins. We'll even say the Walker twins because they're constantly arguing over who's better looking, and that's Brandon and Chris Walker, who are Fremantle Next Generation Academy players. But I reckon when they're not playing football, they're looking in a mirror or working on their biceps or something really, really superficial like that. So I'd have to say it'd be between them two.
Yeah. Who would watch their own highlights on the big screen, TV?
The person that comes to head first is Zane True. He's constantly talking about a 41 touch game that he had last year or whatever it was, and yeah, he never ever stops talking about it. He absolutely loves hearing it. And he would be the type of person that would go through and count each disposal. But in terms of pulling it up on the big screen, Brandon Walker is another one that pops ahead. Sometimes he gets some of the footy, sometimes he doesn't, but when he does, he doesn't shut up about it. So probably between Zane True and Brandon Walker for sure.
Yeah. Okay, some quick questions about you. In 20 years, what will you be best known for?
That's a great question. That's a really, really good question. It's something I have to think about. In 20 years, I want to be known for like making some sort of change, and for the better, of course. I want to have positive impact on people's lives, and whether that's through a football journey, a commentating, a speaking journey, I feel like I'm still gathering and trying to learn about and trying to find my feet and find my path. So, yeah, if to be remembered in 20 years for doing something positive and leaving a positive footprint, I'd be happy with that. So, who knows what specifically, but I just know I want it to be a positive memory.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. If you had to sing karaoke, what song would you choose?
I don't know if I want to go scream or go soft. Or even old or new, and a bit of Bryan Adams. I'm not sure. Maybe Piano Man by Elton John. I feel like it's got some really good range. I feel like I can hit some really good notes in that song. At least I can in the shower in the car. So I reckon, I'll lock in Piano Man, and I'll probably play it on piano as well.
Any Billy Joel? Oh, yeah.
Billy Joel? Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, probably a bit of Billy Joel. Maybe a bit of Neil Diamond. I'm not sure. Lots of old songs come to mind for karaoke. Bit of classics. Bit of Sweet Caroline, something like that.
Yeah, they're pretty good. You get to pick a holiday destination. Where would you go?
Oh, I'd have to say probably somewhere in Europe, just anywhere in Europe. I think Italy pops to mind, Venice, go explore the canals there. I always really, really badly wanted to travel. Abby, my partner, she's very similar in that regard. She really wants to travel and explore and experience new things. So I feel like if I got to do it with her, I'd love to go to a place like Venice or Italy, where there's plenty of culture and history to really immerse myself in for sure.
Yeah, that'd be awesome if you go there. What's your favourite room of your house?
I'll have to say my bedroom right now. I just spent about $800 getting a new bed, a new TV, and a new little foot thing to hold the TV up, and a little bit of money, and I'm taking a bit more pride in it now. So I think my bedroom, my own little space, I think probably my favourite room of all.
Yeah. Bedrooms are pretty good rooms. Okay, Denver, so no one leads into the fire without a little tip from me. You're a gun and will be making it impossible for forwards to get a kick very soon. But don't get stuck in the back half, mate. People love goals, and there is nothing more exciting than a backman streaming up the field and bombing from 50. People will love watching that, and you'll quickly become a crowd favorite. But you'll need something from me to go with that. It's a celebration, and I have one. The Into the Fire.
Okay. All right. I've got that down. I've written it down. Got my notes. And all right. I'll try this celebration really quickly. See if I can get it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's fire. There you go. How's that for a pun? That's
I reckon
fire.
that might have been the
Right,
best one so far.
I think so as well. I think I'm probably. I don't think I'm going to put it down. I might put it in. Yes, I love it. I love it. I'll crack that one out for sure if I ever get put forward or kick a goal spontaneously for sure.
Yeah, do that. Well, I could talk to you forever, but I'll wind it up. Well, Denver, I can't thank you enough for spending some time with me. You're a super nice guy and an elite talent. Whichever club can get your signature is a very lucky club. Thanks again for your time.
Thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. Really good speaking to you finally. I love watching your content. So keep it up. Keep pushing us.
It's my pleasure.